Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Andy Robinson RC. And on the channel today, we have this 1/10 beginners 4-wheel drive drift car or power slider, depending how you like to look at it. The Banzai by FTX, and this is the green bodied edition. This is I say it's a new car, but it's not a new car, and I'll explain why in a minute. But okay, so here it is. Now, I have had it out of the box, as you can see, and I did have a little go with it the other day. But essentially, it's all there, pretty much untouched, apart from 5 minutes used by me. See if it all worked. So, what do you get for your money? I paid, was it now £121 with delivery. Now, that was from Javelin Models. Now, you might be able to get it cheaper, it might be a bit dearer depending where you shop. So what do you get for your money anyway? Well, you get your instruction manual, which you can see in front. Of course, I've not opened mine. I say it is 1/10 and ready to run. So in there you get your USB charger, aerial stick and receiver bind plug, and of course the instruction manual, which is all there. Okay, let's see what else you get. I'll say that's the car, so we'll look at that in an actual minute. Let's move that there. This is the box. There's the box out there, and I'll show you what it says on the side. Excuse me, I'm all a bit one-handed today. Right. So there you go. So it's pretty much a standard touring car length. Ready to run with 2.4 gig radio. It's waterproof, receiver, and ESC and brush motor. It's a waterproof steering servo. It's a 540 brush motor. It's a 20 turn. Comes with a Volts 1800 milliamp battery, USB charger, which I've just showed you, and big bore oil filled shocks, metal crown and pinion gear, front universal drive shafts, adjustable turnbuckles, adjustable suspension, droop camber, toe in and wheelbase, foam bumper at the front, scale finished wheels, and drift tyres, which are like a very hard rubber. But you can get plastic ones as well, and I think you can get different compounds of rubber drift tyres. So that's what you get. That's what it says the spec is. There you go. 4-wheel drive, shaft driven, brushed motor, 99% ready to run. You just got to put 8 batteries in your handset, and it's 2.4 gigahertz, and it's waterproof. And of course the box has slightly changed because, as you can see, you now have both red and green variants on there. Right, so I'll just throw the box out of the way a minute, because I'm not going to need that otherwise. Okay, right, so let's have a look at the car. Yeah, I apologise today, I'm having to do this one by hand, and I haven't got the methods to film it how I usually do, but that is the car there. So I actually, the FTX Banzai has been around for a while, and it said it had the red touring car body, but red, drift body with it. And I believe really they've not made any updates to it as such, except now they're doing this rather cool green bodied version, which I quite like. I prefer it over the red. Right, anyway, we'll take the body shell off and you can see what's underneath. Okay, so that's the chassis there. Now you've got that 540 20 turn FTX motor. I think you've got an ESC, which I can't remember how many watts, what the ampage is. I think it's the one they've always had in the FTX, so I'm going to say it's about 40 amp or 35, 40 amp ESC. Maybe it's higher now. I could probably tell you if I looked in the instructions, but I've not opened them. So if anyone knows, do let me know. But yeah, so this drift car is based on the already proven FTX Vantage, the 4-wheel drive buggy, and the Carnage, which is like a 4-wheel drive truck, monster truck type thing. But the spec is really good. You get adjustable top links all over. You do get those front universal drive shafts as stated. You've got alloy big bore shocks, with plastic bodies, but the caps and nuts are all in alloy. If you can see it there, you can just about see the alloy prop shaft. And also you got blue alloy motor mount there, quite a large pinion gear. And they say you can adjust all the suspension settings. So there's a lot of tunability with this. And I tell you now, for a similar price Tamiya kit like the TT02, and you get no electrics with that at all, apart from maybe an ESC and a 540 motor, that's 120 quid before you built anything, got a battery charger, and all the rest of the radio gear. So the FTX is one to consider. And also as well, if you didn't like it as a drift car, swap the wheels and tyres out, put proper racing tyres on, and you can race it around as a touring car. So that's I think that's a big plus. But yeah, so I say, with it being based on the already proven Vantage and Carnage, it's well proven already. There you can see there's a bit of wear on the hard rubber tyres, because I had a go with it briefly yesterday. But as you can see, it's all minty fresh still underneath. So the only thing that concerns me, and it's probably a leftover from the other chassis, is that you've got that exposed spur gear there. Now, I don't know, personally I don't like that. I'd be worried about something getting clogged up in the spur, but you know, if you're running these things on extremely smooth surface that's been, you know, brushed and cleaned and whatnot, then maybe it's not going to be an issue. But yeah, so there you go, and I've just knocked all my little O-rings off that I wanted. Cheers for that. Yeah, so anyway, that's the chassis. Now, I've got a volts battery in this, but I must confess that it is my own, and it's a much higher ampage. It's a 5,300 milliamp NIM battery instead of the 1,800 milliamp you get with the kit. Let's put the body up. I'm going to try and do that one-handed and watch it go horribly wrong. Just get me body pins. Right. So yeah, I'm apologising that I've got to do this all one-handed today. I've got no one to film for me. And the thing is as well, there isn't many places I can run this. So I've kind of got to just do something by myself. So I do apologise. It'll stop getting shaky in a minute anyway. So yeah, there's your handset there. That is just a E-tronics 2.4 gig wheel pistol grip transmitter. You get your usual settings there. If you look, you've got your channel reverse, your steering dual rates, and your steering and throttle trim. So quite basic, but it does the job. Right, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this up here so I can try and drift. Now, I've never been into drifting, and I'm a total newbie and novice to this. So this is kind of why I thought I'd try the FTX. I didn't want to spend loads of money on a drift car and one, not like it, and then have this expensive drift car that I'm not going to do anything with. So we'll give this a go anyway. So just let me get my camera set back now. Right, so fingers crossed this will all be grand. So I'm going to turn the car on, and we're going to see basically if a complete muppet can drift this car in here. So we will see, eh? So now I do know it's quite loud on this floor, so it's quite noisy because of the tyres. Anyway, let's see how it goes, shall we? Oh, okay. Probably need more room. I prefer racing. I find that much easier than this. Oh dear. Yeah, as you can see, my drifting skills leave a little bit to be desired. I can sort of see why people do this though. I say I've never really liked the whole, not really like, but I've never really been interested by the whole, the real drift sort of cars. But I thought, you know, don't knock it until you've tried it. So I thought we'd go with this basic one and see what it was like. Now, a lot of people say that proper drift cars are rear-wheel drive, which I can see, but you can drift a four-wheel drive car, and this is quite a beginner's one to try. It's probably easier with four-wheel drive than it is with two-wheel drive, so this is probably why it's four-wheel drive. But, you know, I think I can see also why it could be fun. You know, it is a great test of sort of car control as well. But it's like totally different from racing. I think I probably prefer racing now. But anyway, let's carry on again. And in fact, I probably do need more room than my living room floor. As you can see, I've made a complete mess of the little cones I put out, so I'm just now drifting it out. Actually, to be honest, I prefer just power sliding it around than trying to get it around these cones. Actually, as well, there's a new drift club that's opened up in Leigh, which obviously, if you're watching from outside the UK, that's miles away. But in Leigh, it's like the north of England, or northwest of England. What I'll do is I'll get the details and I'll put a link to it in the description. But that's a newish drift club that started, and I think, as far as I know, they accept both 2- and 4-wheel drive drifters. I know some clubs are only 2-wheel drive machines only, but I'm sure if you got in touch with them, they'd let you know. But I'll put the details up for that as well. I do apologise if you're all deaf after this. It is all about throttle and steering control. Well, you could say that about any RC, but you know, it's very you know, dependent on how much you use the throttle. So there you go. So what do I think then? Would I take up drifting as like an extended part of my RC hobby? Probably not, but that's just because I prefer off-road vehicles. I like building, tuning, racing them, etc. So maybe not. Though I might consider turning one into a touring car and racing it. But yeah, it is cool. It is actually an absolute blast trying to drive it around in the living room here just to get it sliding. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. Drifting is probably still not my thing, though I can see the appeal to it. As I said, I'll put the info in for that new club in Lee. But yeah, I think for the money, and if you want to try it, you're not investing in tons of money first and then finding out you don't like it, for a complete ready-to-run package at 120 quid, then I think it's probably it's well worth it. And as I said, you can change out the wheels and tyres, and you can use it as a touring car as well. So from that standpoint, I think it's a cool car. It's well worth the money, and it's a good way to try and see if you like drifting, if you're unsure without that massive outlay of cash. So yeah, so maybe not for everyone, but that is, I say, the FTX Banzai 110 4-wheel drive drifter. So again, yeah, cheers for checking this video out, much appreciated as always. And if you want to see more of our content, please consider subscribing to the channel and also hitting that like and notification bell. And you can find us on Facebook and Instagram under Andy Robinson RC. Right, I'm going to go for now. Look after yourself and take care, and we'll see you all very soon. See ya.